Hi, everyone. Welcome to People Watch, the official podcast of the People Management Association of the Philippines. And by the way, I have two very special guests for this episode. Of course, our main guest, who will be introduced in a bit. And then my co-anchor for this episode, because Ms. Joan Chong is still in a very faraway land, very wonderful place. I am not authorized to disclose where that is. But we have the head of research, no less than Ms. Sarah Niguas of PMAP. Ms. Sarah?
Yes, Sir Jove, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for inviting me to be part of this PMAP podcast. And
Yes.
here, there are no motherhood statements, no hiding behind obsolete theories and adages, and no time to beat around the bush.
You sound like Miss Joan with that intro. We just have real talk with real people. I'm Jovenir, and I will be hosting this show today, as I've said, with Miss Sarah Niguas. So, Miss Sarah, how are you from where you are right now?
Yeah, I'm good. I look forward to accomplishing a lot of things for today.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Especially on the things that we need to deliver for research that will benefit our HR community.
Wow, napakalalim naman.
Yes. Indeed, Sir Jove.
Napakalalim kasi nasa basement ka kanina, right?
Yes, oo.
Nasa basement, trying to avoid the sound of carpenters while they're working in the building.
Uh-huh.
Sa amin kasi dito, pag carpenters, alam na namin kasi kumakanta sila ng Top of the World, Rainy Days and Mondays, yun.
Yes.
So, we have a very special guest. And our special guest, by the way, Miss Sarah, we owe her the podcast because it was
Yes.
the start of her term as president that she actually wanted to have a podcast, and here we are. So we owe it to her. Miss Sarah, can you please introduce our special?
Yes, joining with us today, our very distinguished guest who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to our conversation, Sir Jovino. So we're honored to welcome our president, the president of the People Management Association of the Philippines. She is a visionary leader who has steered the association through countless challenges and triumphs. She is also the senior vice president for HR of Energy Development Corporation. So please help me welcome Ma'am Beth, or President Beth Nasol.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jov. Good morning, Sarah.
Good
How are
morning,
you today? Are you
President.
great?
Yes.
Very good, very good.
Everybody's so excited with the annual conference coming in about 2 weeks from now here in Cebu. And
I'm
I know
also
the preparation. Yeah, so we're looking forward to meeting you here in Cebu, Ma'am Beth.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
our topic for today is leadership. And let us start off with your own leadership journey, Ma'am Beth. Just, a brief, parang more on the milestones. And especially now that you're the president of PMAP National.
Actually, leadership is goes all the way when maybe when I was still starting in my career in HR, no, and leadership is really it's a journey of building blocks, competencies that I have. Did you know that my first role when I was in HR was a payroll assistant? No?
Oh
But
my
I did
God.
I was too young, fresh from college, no, and that was the I wanted the job, so I jumped into it, even if it's a payroll assistant. But after 2 weeks, I think after a month, I applied for another role because
Okay.
I couldn't probably take on that role. But that's part of leadership, no? You have a vision for yourself. You aspire, given that you know what you have, no,
Mhm.
and you know where you want to lead yourself into. So this is the reason why I went into recruitment. That was my first
Wow. Yes.
core work, no.
Okay.
But after a while, I said I wanted more. I really wanted. So I went into a general HR.
Okay.
And then when I was with San Miguel, I joined San Miguel when I was 30. Rene Henner was my boss, no?
Wow.
And what I like is that he taught me a lot of things with reference to labor relations, no?
Yes.
Ma'am Beth, you mentioned that leadership is a journey, that really piqued my interest because really I want to delve into your mind to really uncover what philosophies or strategies and lessons you've gained from your remarkable career. Because, when I was starting in PMAP, I was really looking at the leaders here in PMAP, and you're one of the leaders that I really admire the most. So, I'm very eager to know ano po yung mga strategies that or philosophies that guided you throughout your journey as a leader.
I think one of the things that I learned is that as a leader, you have to continuously learn. So learning never stops. No, I get into several courses, short courses, long courses that will actually build on the blocks, no, build on the skills that I have. I never stop reading. No, there was a time I was reading. Siguro every other month I was reading a book. No, but as you know, the load comes in. It became once every quarter, but I have gotten back to reading, and I read all sorts of books, hindi lang business, no? So you read books with human interest, you read books that are introducing new concepts, and you read books that actually will impact on or will influence you in your aspiration. So continuous learning is one of the things that really where my leadership is anchored. The other one is really on building relations. I think that's one of the focus I have. When you grow into this career, you really have to grow in terms of your relationships as well. No? Hindi lang network. Kasi networking is just building alliances. No? But when you talk about relationships, you partner with them in the past, in the present, and in the future. So, hindi mo nakakalimutan yung mga people that have touched your lives, that has touched your life in that process of your journey.
Miss Sarah, you're on the right track kasi palagi ka nagbabasa ng libro, and I think you have a full collection of Meals and Boons. The romance novels. I think
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Oo.
Nancy Drew.
Yan. Isang tanong ko din yan, Sir Jova, no? Kasi, di ba, the role of HR is such a huge responsibility.
Yes.
And knowing Ma'am Beth, she also has a family.
Exactly.
And at the same time, she's managing people na hindi lang 10 or, kumbaga, 2 digits. Meron pa thousands of employees ang minamanage ni President Beth. So, I really wonder how do you keep with your time management, Ma'am Beth? Kasi ako personally, when I read a book, lalo na if it really piqued my interest, parang gusto ko the whole day yun na lang ang gawin ko. But of course, when you're working, you really have to be mindful also of your deliverables, and also you should be mindful of your responsibilities at home. So how do you manage your time, Ma'am Beth?
Alam mo, there is such a thing as Pomodoro technique. Alam mo yun, it's really anchored on shift and focus, no? So when you allocate a certain time for a task, you focus on that, and then once it's done, no, you have to set a time of when you're supposed to do it, no? And then you take a break, and then you go to the next task. Para you don't get too overwhelmed, no? Okay. Especially so with the work that I do today. Now you have PMAP, I have my work, and as you said, I have my family. No? It's very important that when you're with one task, you focused, and then when it's done, you take a break, and then you shift, and then focus again. I think that helps, no? And then it's also important that you don't forget yourself, because yourself is also a focus. So I have my me time also, and my me time is really walking, really long walks. No, when I talk about long walks, I talk about mga 5-6 kilometers of walk.
Wow. Is that every day, Ma'am Beth, or?
The short walks I do every day because I don't have much time, diba? So I spend something like about an hour of walk on weekdays, na 30 minutes to pag maganda yung weather to an hour, no? But during weekends, you really spend more time walking. Kasi walking is a way by which it's your me time, no? That's the time I think, that's the time I do reflection, no? And here in Manila, I go to UP Pero hindi ako, most people kasi they go to the oval diba?
Yeah.
Ako, I go around the peripheral of UP. Kaya long walk. So you go around the peripheral. Malaki kasi yung UP, diba? So you go around that. And then you would feel that after that long walk, you're refreshed because so much that you see, you commune with the environment because there's some peace in that area, no? And then after which you have time to really do a good reflection.
Wow. Ako, I've done, the longest walk I had was about 20 kilometers and then hindi na po ako nakauwi. So,
mag-aspire tayo ng yung sa the one in Spain, yung pathway ni St. James, ha?
Yes.
Si Camilo de Santiago, diba?
I was even curious because I was reading Dan Brown's I wasn't sure what was the latest book, but gusto ko sana sundan yung mga adventures niya because he mentioned Florence, Italy, for example. But I think that's far more meaningful, Mabeth, and I would like to, that would be great. Yeah. So let's not talk about the challenges of the leaders now. And I know there are so many things that are actually challenging our leaders. Dami pong hurdles, especially technology.
Correct.
So this fear about AI po, is it really valid? Is it just a sign of our insecurities? Kasi hindi natin alam kung anong capability nun. But what are your thoughts about technology, particularly AI?
Ako, AI are enablers, no? In fact, ako I use ChatGPT
Wow.
Because to me, I think that's a way by which you can actually expand the thinking as well. No? But of course, you have to have your core always. No? It's important to be authentic, diba? But you can use the AI as a way by which you can enhance things and it can enable you, no, and expand the thinking that you have. No? So dapat hindi tayo talaga natatakot sa A lot of our employees are asking us kasi ngayon a lot of our systems a lot of the processes are really self-serve, no? So we're encouraging self-serve. HR is anywhere, anytime, no? And in any device, no? Ibig sabihin that, for example, you go on your vacation, all you have to do is do an employee self-serve, file your leave, or approve a leave of your staff, diba? Or when you want to reimburse or liquidate, you use another system, no, Pay. Or when you want to purchase something, you have Coupa, no? And all of these are integrated. And to me, I think it helps. Does it threaten my HR because mawawalan sila ng trabaho? I don't think so, because it actually enhances the work. But I think the challenge today of leaders is really more on how to manage people, no? Because after the pandemic, talagang people have changed. No? People have changed. I think fear has heightened, no? Because you never know, a new thing, a new virus can come in, or a new challenge can come in. And I think leaders now should be able to manage that, particularly the crisis of employees, no? So ang thrust nga today is really to become more personal, no? Even with the AI, you have to develop that capability of being able to communicate, no? Because the safety of voice is something that we should always preserve, no? Kailangan people will have the opportunity to express themselves and to share their ideas, especially so their feelings, no? And then of course leaders need to have empathy, no? Kasi the power to understand and situate themselves dun sa kinakausap nila is very important, no? And I think the other thing also that leaders should develop is the authenticity. Ang hirap ngayon to be authentic, diba? Because there's so many things that actually distracts us. But that's something that we wanted to really build on leaders, no? The human leadership, as they say, human leadership which is anchored on authenticity, no, the empathy, and the coaching mindset. Why do I say coaching mindset? Kasi we need to partner with employees. We need to partner with our so-called pentad. When I say pentad, these are all your stakeholders. Because that is what is being asked of today, no? Marami na tayong theories on that. That today collaboration is the key, no?
Yes.
In fact, when you talk about regenerative, I've been talking about regenerative since last year, having that regenerative mindset. It's all about elevating others, no, so that you can create pathways for collaboration, to be able to resolve things together. So you can't exist alone. Kailangan, as a leader, you have to learn how to work with others. You have to learn how to manage multiple generations. You have to learn how to manage different personalities and blend them so that you can create pathways for collaboration. Yun ang
And Ma'am Beth, you mentioned about diversity and being authentic. So, kumbaga, not only in PMAP as an association because our members are like more than 2,000, and also with the EDC group, you're managing a lot of people. So, how do you get the buy-in of these diverse groups, considering that, kumbaga, from different generations, also diverse workforce, they have different perspectives?
I do a lot of influencing today, no, and advocacies, kasi it's important for people to know what it is, no, and people need to understand what these concepts are, no, and they see it, but they don't know how to label it, diba? For example, today we talk about sustainability development goals, diba? And this is actually focusing on not only people, di ba? Pero ngayon, dati kasi people, planet, profit lang, di ba? But actually now, it's going beyond that. It's actually talking about people. You're talking about people, planet, no? You're talking about prosperity. You're talking about peace. And you're also talking about partnerships. No? So yan yung 5 P's na talaga ngayon that really focuses on the sustainability development goals. Hindi lahat ng 17 goals we have to actually look into. But what I think is very important is that goal 4, which is ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education. Because that's the core of how we will be able to really improve and elevate lives of others. Kaya nga, di ba, Sarah, no? One of the that we're proposing we're actually advocating is research, no? Yes. Because research is a methodology for educating people. If we are able to encourage people to look into data, understand what's going on, being aware of what's happening, then we are able to educate, provide quality education to our colleagues, diba? Even the young colleagues or even the senior ones. No? Another one is really yung promoting sustained and inclusive economic growth, no, through decent work. Yan ini-espouse din ng PMAP, no? We advocate on decent work because what we wanted is that walang violations on the labor law, and we have a group that really focuses on that, no, on protecting the rights of workers, which is really one of the mandates of our organization. Another one would really be taking action to combat climate change. No? If you notice, what we're advocating is to plant trees. We're giving certificates on behalf, and the certificate now is all about a tree being planted on behalf of the speaker, no? Because we want him to become aware of the environment. We're also looking at how to serve others, no? Yung CSR natin is also focused on that, no? So, and then of course, promoting peaceful and non-inclusive societies, no? Yung just and inclusive, hindi na, no? But inclusive societies, meaning we accept people even with learning disabilities, no? In fact, in PMAP today, Jov, no, we have a writer, no?
Yes.
Which is being hired by PMAP. And siya, polio victim, no? But very prolific mind, no? So she's helping out in terms of and she's also a senior, no? So 60, and then disabled siya, no? And then but she has a very good writing skill. So PMAP has spearheaded this of getting into this types of employee sector, no? Kasi ito yung tinatawag natin creating new jobs, which is called the gig economy, no?
Yes.
And I think we have to have more of that, because that will actually find ways of how we can improve the society, also the working class, no? Allowing them to focus on their skills and use their skills as a medium by which they will be able to earn income, no? And I'm so happy that Edie Rene and the AC committee, no, has started to employ these types of people. So maganda, no? We're
That's true
actually
diversity.
supporting the sustainability goals as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi pag sinasabi kasi nila lately na diversity, nafo-focus on gender.
Oo, but it's not
Malawak
all
kasi
genders.
dapat talaga siya.
Yes. And I'm so proud because I started with research, by the way, Ma'am Beth, when I started. Kasi pinapili ako, payroll or research? Research.
No, di ba? Kaya pero dapat talaga i-outsource yun.
Hindi.
There
Because-
are better people who can do it.
But that was, when we started, everybody has to know all facets of HR management. So that's why it's an advantage to know all of those things. But Ma'am Beth, as we look at the end of 2023, yan, we have 3 months to go. And as president of PMAP National, so what are your kind of top 3 priorities that you need to, parang sa inyo lang po, the need to do before it winds up by December?
For PMAP, are you referring
Yes,
for
ma'am.
PMAP? Okay. I think for PMAP, yung mga things that we can actually really improve. Now, one of them is membership. No? Kasi ngayon, there's so many classifications of the membership that we have. No? And what we wanted, because of our inclusive thought process, no? We've made the board is proposing to the membership to simplify our members, no? Parang we only have corporate and individuals, di ba? So we wanted to focus on that kasi today parang ang dami niyang permeation of what member is, no? May advocate, merong yung full member, may hindi full member. But to me, as part of inclusiveness, dapat iisa lang yan. Either you're a corporate or an organization that promotes people practice, or individuals who are interested in that. Which means we can even expand that beyond the HR practitioners. No? That's one. Second is that we wanted to elevate the research of PMAP. No? So Sarah, take note of that.
Hey, Miss Sarah.
Yes, I'm
So
listening.
this is not really limited to yung salary survey or having the conference, no, but really going beyond that, because to me people are afraid of research kasi because of the methodology, when in fact today's type of research is really looking at surveys and having polls and having
Quick surveys.
Oo, yung quick surveys, having new approaches so that alam natin pulsa ng mga tao, and then we also know exactly, no, that people should not be afraid of data, because eventually we want HR to be data driven. Parang you don't make conclusions based on feel ba? Kasi ngayon yung, marami sila na nagsasabi nito. Ilan ba yung marami? Baka, beyond 1, 2, marami yun.
Saka maingay, kaya siguro marami pakinggan.
So we wanted to really be sure that what we provide are real, true, and fact-based, fact-based or evidence-based. So that's number 2 to me. And then the third one is really to improve the partnership. Job, one of the things that I really feel proud of is to improve the chapter and the national interaction. We have so many activities, and I'm so happy that we've revived for this year the chapters, and I'm so excited about what the chapters can bring in the next years, no? Because I've gone around and I was so impressed of the participation, the prolific ideas that are coming from the chapters, and I'm seeing a lot of gems, no? So to me, the membership should really eventually become agnostic of where you are, diba? So I'm happy that those 3 things, the membership, the research, and then the chapters, will actually become more visible, no, as a thrust, no, because in that way, with these 3, we will achieve more participation, more partnership, more collaboration in bringing about better HR practices in the future. No?
Wow.
So, kailangan ganon. So, yun yung tinitingnan ko na we've started this year and we want to see them elevated pa next year.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. And of course, you will continue to influence this organization and you know, the perspectives of so many people, especially they look up to you for in terms of people management. Napakaganda po ng mga nasimulan niyo po. So we wish you the best, Ma'am Beth. And I'm so honored to be in this group right now because this Martin at the back of everybody else, yung sa technical side, Martin Alcantara, thank you so much for doing the work, the technical work behind the podcast. And of course, Miss Sarah Niguas, research-driven po kami. Kaya Miss Sarah, wala pong katuturan yung pinagsasabi ko kasi hindi pa ako nakinig sa inyo. But, the rule of specificity, yan. So, ilan na pong listeners natin? Marami na. Pag sinabi namin marami, Ma'am Beth, dapat i-identify namin ilan. Because we're so proud, sabi nga ni Martin, we have listeners as far as Kenya, Mongolia, Taiwan. Puro ko relatives yata.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All my relatives are dispersed all over the world. So,
ganun din ako.
So,
Full support, ha?
yeah, it's so fun, Ma'am Beth. Thank you so much. And thank you for
you,
being live to People Watch. We owe this program to you, ma'am.
Yes, Ma'am Beth.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Martin. Nako, this overwhelms me. Maraming salamat. But before we go, Jov, can I invite everybody to
Yes, please.
mga colleagues natin. You know, our AC, and we're celebrating our 60th year, no, in the annual conference. I'd like to invite them, no, to a learning conference. No, it's going to be in October in Cebu. So makikita tayo, Jobs, no. So
Yes,
that's going to be
definitely,
October. Yeah, October 25 up to 27. So join us, no. So you can visit us in Cebu. Ang daming sasali and it's going to be fun kasi we'll see a lot of people coming from the chapters and also coming from the national, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. And of course, ang ating kaibigang si Mike, ang conference chair, no, Mike Godinez. So I'm really so proud of him, and we're all out to support him in this AC.
Yes, and I just found out, Ma'am Beth, that he was actually there during the very first annual conference.
Huh?
He will surely be there.
Ako wala.
It's a running joke for us kung sino mas matanda sa amin. So sabi ko sa kanya, kaya ikaw yung nasa 60 kasi nandun ka sa simula. So, it's gonna be
Basta
fun.
ako wala dun.
Exempted, ma'am. So, again, the 60th annual conference, Rebirth 6.0, happening in Cebu City. It's going to be fun. You should be here 1 week before that so you can enjoy the sights and, of course, get a chance to learn the latest, the things that matter, not just with people management, but probably in life kasi napaka-insightful po na i-share ng mga speakers natin. Once again,
the conference. So I'll see you, Job.
I'll see you. Yes, ma'am. Magrarally po ako. Mag-welcome po ako ng banner doon.
Basta walang rondalya.
Walang rondalya. Baka sinulog. Yes, ma'am. We welcome you all and I hope you've registered already. Please don't forget the 60th annual conference of PMAP. Miss Sarah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And it is really our pleasure, Ma'am Beth, to have you in this episode. And thank you also, Sir Jove and Martin.
Thank you. And this has been People Watch, the PMAP podcast. Perspectives matter. Until next time. Thank you.